cage using wood and wire mesh. The cage should be built with a sturdy wooden frame to ensure durability. The floor, sides, and ceiling can be covered with wire mesh, allowing for good ventilation while preventing the birds from escaping. The wire mesh should be of small gauge to prevent injuries to the birds. The cage should be elevated slightly from the ground to make cleaning and waste management easier. Additionally, you should create sections within the cage for nesting, feeding, and movement, ensuring that the quails have enough space. Description of selecting quail breeds. Choose healthy and active quail that are of good weight and size. Look for birds with bright, clear eyes, smooth feathers, and no signs of illness. For egg production, Coturnix quail is a popular breed due to its high egg-laying rate. Ensure the birds come from a reputable breeder to avoid weak or genetically inferior quail. 3. Description of feeding, waste management, and disease control. Quail should be fed a high-protein diet consisting of grains, seeds, and specific quail feed. Clean water should always be available. To manage waste, place trays or collection areas under the cage, which should be cleaned daily to prevent the buildup of bacteria and flies. Regularly remove droppings to avoid foul smells and contamination. For disease prevention, maintain cleanliness and keep the quail in a well-ventilated area. Quail are susceptible to respiratory diseases, so avoid overcrowding. Vaccinate the birds when necessary and observe them daily for signs of illness, such as lethargy or loss of appetite. Consult a vet for advice on preventive measures and treatments. 4. Packaging and distribution instructions. For packaging quail eggs, use especially designed cartons that protect the eggs during transport. The packaging should have the farm's branding, including a logo, farm information, and expiration dates. Use eco-friendly materials if possible to appeal to environmentally conscious customers. For distribution, you can sell the eggs locally through farmers like markets, local grocery stores, or online platforms. Building partnerships with restaurants or gourmet stores can also provide a steady demand for quail eggs. Ensure that you meet any local regulations regarding food safety and labeling. Quail is crucial for the success of a quail farming operation, particularly if the focus is on egg production. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the factors involved in choosing quail breeds. 1. Types of quail. There are several quail breeds commonly raised for egg production, meat, or both. The most widely used for egg laying are Coturnix, Japanese quail. This is the most popular breed for egg production due to their high productivity. Coturnix quails can lay around 250 to 300 per year, and they reach maturity quickly at around 6 to 8 weeks. They are hardy birds that adapt well to various climates and can thrive in captivity. Bobwhite quail. While primarily raised for their meat, bobwhite quails are also kept for their eggs in some cases. However, they mature slower than Coturnix quails and have a lower egg-laying capacity. Button quail. These are more ornamental and are less common in commercial farming. Their eggs are smaller, and they are not as prolific as Coturnix quail. Based on these characteristics, Coturnix quail is typically the best choice for farmers looking to produce eggs efficiently and in large quantities. 2. Health and physical characteristics. When selecting individual quail from a breeder, certain health and physical traits should be prioritized to ensure strong, healthy layers. Bright, clear eyes. Healthy quails will have vibrant, clear eyes without any signs of discharge or dullness. This is a key indicator of their overall health. Smooth, glossy feathers. The feathers should be sleek, smooth, and well-groomed. Missing or ruffled feathers could be a sign of poor health or stress. Active behavior. Healthy quails are typically alert, active, and curious. Quails that seem lethargic or indifferent may be sick or stressed. Body weight and size. Choose quails that are of an appropriate size and weight for their age. Underweight or overweight birds may have underlying health problems or poor genetics. Breeder's reputation. Always select birds from a reputable breeder who maintains high standards of care, disease control, and genetic quality. This ensures you are getting birds that are not only healthy, but also productive. 3. Genetic considerations. Genetic lineage. It is essential to consider the genetic background of the quail. Birds from strong, productive genetic lines will be more likely to lay consistently and live longer, healthier lives. Genetic diversity is also important to avoid issues like inbreeding, which can lead to health and fertility problems. Hybrid vigor. Sometimes, crossbreeding between two strong quail lines can result in hybrid vigor, where the offspring are healthier and more productive than their parents. However, this is something that requires careful planning and management. Then 4, age of the birds. Ideal purchase age. Quails typically start laying eggs around 6 to 8 weeks of age. When purchasing quail, it's ideal to buy them at or just before this age so they can start laying soon after they settle into their new environment. Avoid older birds. Older quails tend to have a reduced egg-laying capacity, so avoid buying quails that have already passed their peak laying years, generally around 2 years of age. Younger birds ensure a longer production life. 5. Disease-free guarantee. Health screening. Make sure the quail breeder conducts regular health checks and vaccinations if necessary. A reputable breeder will provide documentation or verbal confirmation that the quails are free from common diseases such as coccidiosis or respiratory infections. Quarantine new birds. When bringing new quails into your farm, it's recommended to quarantine them for at least 2 to 3 weeks. This practice helps prevent the spread of potential diseases to your existing flock. Number 6, adaptability and environmental considerations. Climate suitability. Coturnix quail are hardy birds, but different breeds may have different levels of adaptability to certain environments. It is important to choose a breed that is well suited to the climate and conditions of your region. Adaptability to captivity. Some quail breeds, like Coturnix, adapt well to confined living conditions, making them ideal for farming. Others, such as bobwhite quail, may prefer larger spaces or require more environmental enrichment. Number 7, egg quality and size. Egg size. Coturnix quail are known for producing relatively large eggs compared to other breeds, making them a preferred choice for commercial egg production. Eggshell color. Depending on your market, the eggshell color, which can range from brown, white, to speckled, may influence your breed selection, as some consumers have preferences for particular colors. Conclusion. When selecting quail breeds for egg production, the Coturnix quail is generally the best option due to its high egg yield, early maturity, and adaptability. Selecting healthy, active birds from reputable breeders ensures a productive flock with minimal disease risk. Additionally, ensuring proper genetic diversity and choosing birds that are well suited to your environmental conditions will help sustain long-term productivity.